All right.
Oh my god.
Welcome to Much Ado About Nothing.
Where we talk about a lot and we talk about nothing.
And much like Freddie Adu's career, will probably be irrelevant in like 3 weeks. I'm Luke.
I'm Vegan.
Let's
get into it.
Yeah, we're Premier League, baby.
Match week 3.
Yes. All right.
But our 4th.
It is our 4th episode. Yeah. Don't hit the equipment, please.
Ooh, it's gonna be loud.
All right. We're off to a swimming start here. How do we normally do this?
I'm not entirely sure. We.
Should we just start with? Let's start with
Our unofficial sponsor.
Oh yeah, no. Our unofficial sponsor.
Today's video is unofficially sponsored by this pillow.
The pillow, the ice cream emoji pillow. That's what it is.
Full
and
crap.
You can't.
It is ice cream.
It's supposed to be, but we all know what it is. Come on, let's be real.
Steaming pile of turd in it.
Right. Just like Arsenal, which
Arsenal.
Let's get into it. Actually, yeah. Let me pull up the results.
Yes.
Nope, that's the bolognese recipe that I made 2 nights ago. It's delicious. Let's see here. Odin,
Hey.
so nimble. All right. Arsenal, first match of match week 3, 5-0 to Man City. Arsenal with a red card.
You can always count on Granit Xhaka to pick up David Luiz's slack.
Right.
When he's not around.
No, he's doing the Lord's work, and my word, what a mess Arsenal are in. They are bottom of the league.
Dead last.
Dead last
Not
with
a
a
goal
goal
scored.
difference of
-9.
-9.
Yeah.
That's impressive. Dude, I saw something where this is the first time in the history of English football that Tottenham were first and
Arsenal were last.
dead last at the end of a match day. That's pretty impressive. Arsenal are setting the world ablaze for all the right reasons.
It's fantastic.
I got really nothing else to say about that game. Is just kind of it's to be expected, and long may it continue. And I want to say Arteta out, but really,
No,
let's
long
keep
may
him.
he reign.
Let's keep him.
Keep him
I
around.
think he's a keeper.
Yeah.
Oh, he was a midfielder actually.
He's a midfielder.
But, okay, moving on. Newcastle Southampton 2-2.
Yeah. 2 late goals in that game.
2 really? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, 2 in stoppage time.
Mm-hmm.
Alan St. Maximin, what a baller.
Yeah.
What a baller.
He did a great job, man. Their goal was great. Scored in stoppage time.
Yeah.
I think they were at home for
Yeah.
Newcastle, and so the crowd went crazy.
St. James's Park.
St. James Park. And
Yeah.
Yeah, crowd went crazy. But save a caca.
Yeah.
They conceded in stoppage time,
Yeah.
which is hilariously anticlimactic, but also
very
kind of fitting.
Very Newcastle. I mean, I'm glad that Southampton. I don't want them to get relegated.
I don't either.
And I don't think they will. I
Yeah.
know I kind of tipped them for relegation just because it didn't look great before the beginning of the season. It still doesn't look great for them now.
It
but,
doesn't.
They do still have James Ward-Prowse, who is another.
He scored the PK at the end of the stoppage time. Yeah.
In the 96th minute.
From what I understand, it was a pretty clear PK. Clear PK. It was a clear Gerrard PK.
All right. What if it weren't?
Yeah, well, then it wouldn't be, would it?
Absolutely not.
No.
Callum Wilson, Elyounoussi also getting on the score sheet. Brighton 0, Everton 2.
Yeah, apparently this is Everton's first win at the MX Stadium.
Really?
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Isn't it? Look at them go. Everton just setting
Rafa
new records every day.
working his magic, unfortunately.
I think the biggest highlight of this particular match, I don't know if you saw it,
No.
but the biggest for me, I don't really care about Everton, the biggest highlight was the penalty drama between none other than Richarlison, surprise, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin as to who's going to take the penalty. Apparently Richarlison grabbed the ball and was like, no, I'm taking it. But then the whole team was like, hey, Calvert-Lewin's the penalty taker, what are you doing?
Right.
And eventually Seamus Coleman, who was down injured for the PK, had to get up, come over, and basically tell Richarlison.
He's their captain, right?
Yeah. He had to tell Richarlison, hey, he's the PK taker. I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And so Richarlison was pitching a fit and
Of course.
wouldn't give up the ball. But Calvert-Lewin finished in style. He has 3 and 3.
Good for him.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Damari Gray.
Damari Gray scoring 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, good for him. Hate Everton. Just hate
Yeah, I don't care for Everton. Brighton are actually level on points with Man City right now.
That's fantastic.
Isn't it?
They have 7 points?
I believe so. No, City have 6 points.
Oh, 6. Oh, right.
And I believe Brighton do
They
as well.
lost one
To Tottenham.
and
then back-to-back 5-0 wins.
5 back-to-back.
Yeah, Norwich and Arsenal.
God. Yeah, that's ridiculous, man.
It is.
Moving on, we've got another 2-2 draw. There were a lot of draws.
Yeah.
There were a lot of draws this week.
A lot of draws.
Oh my God. West Ham Crystal Palace 2-2.
Yeah, West Ham Crystal Palace. West Ham came out of the gates looking good. Crystal Palace had to equalize both times for their goals.
Yep.
However, they kept up, and I'm actually glad that they took points off of West Ham.
Yeah.
Because that would have made another team 3 and 3.
Yeah, I think West Ham are
or 3-0.
doing bits, man.
They are good, dude. Their first goal was exquisite. We can put a clip of it
Fornells.
up for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just Fornells and Mikel Antonio just passed the ball back and forth and just bamboozled the defense. It was quality.
Dude. Miguel Antonio, just
Top scorer in the league right now.
that's insane, man.
4 goals in 3 games. Pretty crazy.
Pretty solid. Yeah, West Ham Crystal Palace 2-2.
2-2. Not too much more to be said about it, to be honest.
No, I think. Well, that was Palace's.
That was their first point. Oh, no, they have 2 draws, don't they? Or 2
They
points.
do have 2 draws.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, Patrick Vieira working miracles there. They're on fire.
Hopefully soon.
Let's see. Next up, we've got Norwich 1, Leicester 2.
Pretty sure that was Norwich's first goal that they've scored.
It is.
Timu Puki with the penalty,
Yeah.
I think. And
Hello? Yeah, was that their first goal? Let me go back to this.
I believe so. They got spanked by City last week, and then the week before that
they got beat by us 3-0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So their first goal, they're on the score sheet.
They've
which
got
is
more goals than
more
Arsenal.
than we can say about Arsenal. Leicester are looking decent. I think they've got 2 wins and a draw.
Yes. Yeah, that sounds
Okay.
right. Jamie Vardy.
Yeah, Jamie Vardy's doing Jamie Vardy type things. I think he scored 2 goals for them.
Yeah. He had that one like kind of silly Jamie Vardy like back heel goal.
Yeah, against Wolves, I
twirl
think.
thing. Yeah. And Mark Albrighton.
He's still there. He's still alive. It was a good goal, man. From my understanding, he was on the right side of the from the teleview. He was on the right side of the 18 and just got a ball, took a touch, fired it bottom left,
Dude.
across the goal.
Good for him.
Solid goal.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't have much else to say about that game.
Norwich, they're gonna go right
Yeah,
back down.
Norwich is in trouble.
They're gonna go right back down. Next up we got Aston Villa Brentford. Dude, Brentford have not had the easiest start.
They have not, but they are unbeaten.
They are. That is impressive.
It is indeed.
And honestly, I'm proud of them.
What, the win and 2 draws, right?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Win and 2 draws. They beat Arsenal.
They beat. And then I can't remember who they played last week, but yeah, no, it was another tie. Ivan Toney getting on the score sheet again, or well, not again, but just for the first time in the Prem.
Right.
Good to see. I had something decently clever to say about them.
Who, Brentford?
Yeah, but I forgot.
Okay.
This is quality content that you pay for. The only game I was able to watch just about in full this past weekend.
Oh, yes. Or a match
Liverpool.
of the week.
Yeah, Liverpool-Chelsea 1-1.
Controversy everywhere.
What
a silly game.
I don't even know where to start, honestly.
We can start with just describing the goals and what happened.
Yeah.
Kai Havertz's goal was dumb.
It was.
He
it was.
did a good job to get onto the header and flick it towards the back
corner,
post.
Right? Was it from a corner
Yeah,
or a free
it was a
kick?
corner.
Yeah.
And he was trying to flick it on the back post, and just kind of glanced it, and it happened to loop perfectly over Alisson.
Under the bar.
Yeah, just over Alisson's glove and just underneath the bar.
It was like, I mean,
it was a bit
fair
silly.
play to him.
Yeah.
But that was lucky.
It was.
So,
yeah.
Is what it is. But then, at the end of the first half, there was some drama.
Controversy, really.
Yeah.
Meh.
So, Reece James, let's call it what it is. Reece James handled the ball and prevented it from going into the net. That counts as a handball foul, preventing a goal. That is a red card offense. That's how it is. That's what it is. I don't know what these people are thinking when they're saying, either A, it wasn't a handball, or it wasn't going in, or it shouldn't be a red.
False,
no,
and false.
You're wrong.
Yep,
you're wrong. Anthony Taylor got it spot on after VAR took a look at it. I can understand him not being able to see because it was a cluster.
It was.
It was a mess,
and it happened pretty quickly off the thigh, the arm, bam, bam, bam.
Yeah, and there was just a ton of people in the way. I can understand why he wouldn't see it. Crowd's insane. It's at Anfield, and the VAR does take a look at it, and they're like, "Yep, no." I think they get the call right.
I think he took maybe 2 looks at it, like 2 whole looks of the scene through his VAR thing.
No,
and
he didn't.
No,
he walked up. They had a freeze frame of Reece James, like basically, handling the ball. He walked up to it, looked at it, and then just tweeted and went. Did the whole thing. Red card.
Penalty.
I wasn't expecting the red card, to be honest.
Me either, but looking back at it, them's the rules.
Right. Yeah.
That's
clear handball, clear red card. Once you remember that, like, if you foul in the box as the goal is going in or the ball is going in, that's a red card. That's a red card.
Yeah.
So Salah, cool as ice, just.
Yep.
Yeah, just slammed it in. So, I was feeling pretty good. Going in on a high at halftime. I was like, they're down to 10 men. They're going to be tough, but I think we can get this winner. And we had chances, but dude, Tuchel, when his substitution at halftime was brilliant. I can't call it anything else.
Yep.
He took off Havertz, their goal scorer. Took off Havertz.
Put on Thiago
Silva.
Put Azpilicueta out wide, and then he put an extra midfielder in with
and then
and then just had a 5 block at the back.
Yeah, pretty much defended with
Lukaku up front.
9 men.
Yep.
And the goalie. And then just left Lukaku out there just in case they got opportunity for the counter.
Exactly.
And that was super frustrating.
That was frustrating for me to watch. And the only team I hate more than Chelsea is Liverpool, and so you can imagine I was not having a good time. I don't know. I watched it.
Yeah,
but
it was
an entertaining match.
Yeah, I wish we'd been able to put the ball in the net, obviously, but
we did.
Well, more than once in the second half. I think it's a fair result, I guess.
Yeah, you'd like to go up and win that game if you have a red card.
It always feels. Yeah, it feels like a huge missed opportunity whenever a team has 10 men and they don't score.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I was on such a high and then just kind of like left empty after that match. I was like, oh.
Same.
But
that's just me.
Yeah. No, Salah on the score sheet.
Yep.
So that's he's getting points on my fantasy team. So I'll take it. That was such a frustrating game. Also, I just saw this while I was eating some ice cream earlier, just like a few minutes ago. Remember when I was eating all that ice cream?
Yeah, over there.
Yeah.
It's loud.
Yeah.
You're a noisy eater.
I am a very noisy eater. Chelsea have been charged twice by the FA after the Liverpool handball controversy.
Charged with what?
So, failing to control their players.
Oh.
So, when the red card was given, and then again after Anthony Taylor blew for halftime. So, there is talk about a possible points reduction or deduction for Chelsea.
Really?
Because they've been hit with the same thing 7 times in the past 7 years. Failing to control their players.
Chelsea players being out of control?
Right.
That's not possible.
Last time it was just a fine, but it was against Leicester back in May. Okay. But yeah, that was the 7th time in the past 7 years. And yeah, it was just like it looked like it was close to a brawl.
Yeah.
And then they got all up in the ref's face after the halftime whistle. So,
yeah,
dude,
I saw that.
You're not going to change anything. You kind of just have to accept it and move on. And that sucks.
It's not like it was a controversial decision either.
No.
It's a clear and obvious foul. Like, there's no error. It just was.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that they get a points deduction.
Just 1 point.
Just 1 point.
Maybe 2 points.
Right. And give those 2 points to us.
No.
Because we took a draw and
You can get your point. The points will just go away.
I want them.
I want them.
I want them. They have until Friday to respond to the charge. But
AKA Roman Abramovich is going to pay someone off and it's going to get dropped.
Yeah, probably. So, probably won't get points deducted, but I just think that's interesting that they were charged on 2 accounts for, basically just being self-entitled divas. So, let's see here. Next up, we have Burnley Leeds. That was I just saw some of the highlights of that.
It was actually a pretty interesting match.
But yeah, and Burnley, man, oh my word.
If you guys have watched previous episodes, you know that neither of us hold any love for Burnley.
Yeah.
They're a bunch of brutes.
No love lost there.
They are overly physical and dirty
at
points.
And I'm all for players being physical. I do kind of, the game's gone soft,
Yeah.
I can understand that. And I agree with it on principle. But when you are flying into tackles with complete disregard, like Burnley players have been doing.
Yeah. Dude, so ball's bouncing about in the Leeds box.
Yeah.
And if you've watched the match, or maybe we can put some highlights up for you.
Yeah.
The Leeds defender clears it, and I think it was Chris Wood or Ashley Barnes, one of their forwards.
It might have been Ashley Barnes.
Just if you can imagine somebody
a
flying judo cleat, basically,
right,
to the guy's shin while he's clearing the ball in the opposite direction.
Yeah,
looked nasty. He got a yellow card for it. But it looked pretty. He wasn't even kicking his leg out to try and get the ball.
Right.
It was literally just a slide tackle in the air.
Yeah. Slide tackle in the air is a good way to put it.
Ridiculous.
That is not. Oh, the game's gone too soft. No, that's
someone's leg.
That's actually endangering another player, and they do that every single week.
They do.
So yeah, I hope they get relegated. I don't know.
Yeah, Chris Wood scored the.
Try again. Yep.
Chris Wood scores the Premier League's 30,000th goal.
That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
That's pretty
Turf Moor went wild. It was encouraging to see, just because the fans are back, basically.
Yeah.
But then Leeds left it late to the 85th minute, I believe, and we're 86th minute.
Yeah.
Where Patty Cakes rescued a point for Leeds.
Yeah. It was a little
reaction.
Just a reaction snapshot, and it just kind of bounced into the goal. Little pinball action, but
that's about that for that game.
Watford have 1 win. Ugh. But Watford did not win this week. They lost 1-0 to Tottenham Hotspur.
Their third 1-0 victory in 3 games. That was another unofficial sponsor.
Yep.
That noise.
It's true.
Clang.
Heung-min Sung with a goal from a
free kick
outside
the 18.
I don't know what Watford's goalie was doing.
It's the nightmare free kick for goalkeepers.
Yeah, it's
swung in from the left by a right-footed player.
Like no man's land.
Yep. You bounce it in between the keeper and the line of players who are coming in, the defenders.
Yep.
and the keeper either has to make a decision to wait for the ball to drop because of a potential deflection, or commit to actually playing
and like running
and
into
stopping
this line of dudes running forward too.
or stopping the ball from going into the net.
Right.
The ball bounced and the keeper seemed to get caught in no man's land, and it just kind of bounced in. He reacted late.
Caught in between two minds.
Keeper's nightmare of a ball.
Yeah.
There's talk that he should have done better.
Sure.
Maybe he should have done better.
You can always say that, though.
But
Take
nonetheless,
nothing away from the free kick from Son.
it was perfect.
Yeah.
Pinpoint. But nonetheless, Spurs come away with another 1-0 victory under Nuno. Nuno ball seems to be taking good effect, as Spurs are the only team perfect yet to concede a goal and top of the league with 3 wins.
Yep.
I suppose they only have 3 goals scored, but
hey,
if that's what gets the job done, that's what gets the job done.
Yeah.
So congratulations to Spurs and not Harry Kane. Being top of the table.
Yeah.
He hasn't really featured much or done much.
Yeah, I feel like that it's got to be just kind of a weird atmosphere in the dressing room.
Yeah.
Like, especially because... Wait, is Lloris their captain or is it?
He is, I believe.
It is? Okay.
Fun fact about Lloris as well, he's got the most saves out of any keeper in the Prem at the moment.
I mean, that sounds like a Nuno side, just with
being stingy.
A lot of emphasis on the defensiveness. Yes.
Yes, it does.
So, last match, and this is our Dean Watch moment of the day, of the week, of the episode.
Big beef with Dean.
Mike Beef, here we go.
Dean Watch.
Wolves 0, Man U 1.
Yep.
Wolves, 3 straight games losing 1-0. They, again, don't look bad. They look pretty good. They look pretty dangerous. They just cannot find the back of the net.
Everything looks good.
I'll tell you this. Wolves, if you're watching this, the back of the net is like, what would you say, like 6 feet or so?
Yeah, 5 feet behind that stripy
behind that
thing.
little stripy thing that
and the stripy thing is between these 2 big old
white posts, and they got like a crossbar.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like that.
Except wider.
And
the back is just covered in net. There's net all over the place back there.
Yeah, that's where the net is, and the back of the net, or even the inside side of the net.
Yeah.
Top of the net. As long as it goes in that little frame, that's where the back of the net is. That's where you want to put the ball, so you actually get some points. Just a friendly, helpful little bit of advice.
Can't wait till the Wolves team is sitting down before their next game and they're watching our video. Just
be
for
like,
inspiration.
It's a masterclass. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, I'll talk about this game.
Take it away.
The first thing, Adama Traore terrifies me. Up until he shoots the ball.
Yeah.
Then I don't really have to worry. But
yeah,
holy crap, this guy was an absolute menace during the entirety of the game. He would pick the ball up deep and just run through our midfield and at our back line. And he's big and he's fast.
He's scary, man.
He's a scary boy.
He's so fast. I don't know. Like, it's like if you made Usain Bolt into like a linebacker. That's what he looks like.
Yeah, but even laterally, he's so quick.
Yeah.
With his movements as well as just raw pace.
Yeah.
And then power,
he's very composed on the ball. He was even putting in some good crosses and good passes in this match.
He was.
But nobody on the Wolves can put it in the net.
Aaron Wan-Bissaka in the first half had a goal line clearance.
Yeah.
That was nice to see.
Yeah.
That defensive line looks solid. More on that in just a second, but then I think it was right after halftime or right before halftime, Bruno put the ball in the net. It was offsides pretty clearly. That was encouraging to sign to see. But
Greenwood had a really solid, nice finish.
He did, man. A lot of people were saying it's a keeper error, but the fact of the matter is, and I watched kind of an analysis on this earlier, Greenwood's shots are always very lethal because he always hits them low and hard.
Yeah.
So the keeper gets a hand on it. Obviously, it finished up in the top corner of the net, but that's because it bounced off the keeper's glove so hard into the ground did it, jetted into the back of the net. So Greenwood had a great finish. It was nice to see that again. He's got 3 and 3. Kid's on fire.
Yeah.
It's great to see, man. I love that guy.
Yeah.
Rafael Varane had his debut.
Good for him.
Yeah, and he was solid, man.
Yeah.
He just did everything that was expected of him. He had a couple of really clutch blocks and clearances. Was winning all of his aerial duels to keep the pressure back on Wolves. When they send the long ball up.
Yeah.
His decision making looked good. He looked sharp on the ball.
Yeah, he's turning into quite the player. And I hate it.
He's been quite the player.
Yeah.
And that's why
I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it so bad.
Wow.
You think you're gonna get a Greenwood jersey? Like, who do you think is gonna be
we'll see.
Your next kid?
My next kid will probably I'm conflicted because I want a Mata jersey because he's been here for so long.
Right.
I want a De Gea jersey because I love him. I want a Greenwood jersey because he's another young academy kid. I have Rashford's. I want a Bruno jersey, obviously.
Yeah.
But I want an old school AIG Ronaldo jersey now.
Of course.
And I want a Team Viewer Ronaldo jersey.
Probably gonna be a pretty penny.
Yeah. Yeah. Apparently, the Queen of England requested
I saw
that the first Ronaldo jersey be signed and sent to her, which I thought was absolutely hilarious.
That is
Just a bit of news.
Yeah.
But I think that's we'll talk about the Ronaldo news in a moment, but I think that's what pretty much it
Mike Dean
from the United game. Yeah, Mike Dean.
He was just there for a day at the park, I think.
Yeah, he was, man. That's exactly what he was doing. He was
like
just there to kind of watch
moments.
and maybe comment. He did not have a good game.
No.
He was very inconsistent, and then he kind of just...
It was almost like he was making up for lost time whenever he started giving out cards towards the end of the match.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you... What? Okay, so I think this kind of ties in a little bit with how Burnley have been approaching things. Not that either United or Wolves were especially egregious and belligerent in their tackles.
Yeah.
But, you can't just let them get away with all of that. It's like, I like I like letting the game flow. I'm a big proponent of that.
Yeah,
agreed. I'm a big fan of, good, solid, hard tackles. Love to see it. Don't love being on the end of it. But, I don't have any problems with any of that, but it's like, it's like they have gone in the opposite direction from last year.
Yeah.
Just like they were on this side of the spectrum, and now they just pendulum swung all the way to the complete opposite, not calling anything, just letting insane tackles go uncommented on or uncarded or they just
unpunished.
Unpunished.
Yeah,
That's the
unpunished.
word I'm looking for.
No consequences, basically.
Yeah,
and so players are starting to fly in, and it's evident.
And Burnley were already like that.
Yeah.
So,
and now they've realized that they can get away with it. So imagine where that's going to take us.
Yeah,
for the rest of the season.
and Mike Dean, like you said, it wasn't anything. There really weren't any moments where you can go haha, Mike Dean. It was just like, Mike Dean, what are you doing? Why are you not doing?
Which causes more Mike Beef.
Mike Beef.
Yeah. And obviously we have to talk about the Pogba challenge. In the book and in the rules, it's probably a pretty dangerous tackle. What ends up happening is he gets the ball slightly with his foot and it rolls over, and then his studs catch Neves on his shin.
Keep talking.
Which,
Keep talking.
Okay, I'm going to keep talking. His studs catch Neves on his shin.
Yep.
Which, over the ball, studs out, could be a red card.
Yep.
Right? We've seen it happen before.
Mm-hmm.
However, the slow-mo replay shows it as a lot worse as it really was, A.
For sure.
I think.
And
B, it does.
Yeah.
B, the fact that Ruben Neves realizes, A, he's about to lose the ball, looks at Mike Dean, realizes he's not going to get the call, and then goes down and starts rolling around all over the place.
Right. I think if
he doesn't do that, if he goes down immediately or whatever, I think he just ruined his credit with the referee in that instance immediately.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, what are you going to do if you're a ref? Mike Dean's right. He's standing there.
The thing is, it does it, and then they score immediately from Greenwood.
Yeah, Varane to Greenwood.
Immediately
and
after
Greenwood.
that. So, I can understand people being like, well, it should be called off because if you look at the replay, it does look like a foul. There is contact made. He doesn't really get... He gets, that much of the ball and then studs up over the ball into the dude's shin. But, yeah, I just don't think that... How can you... If he had just gone to ground immediately...
I think it may have been called back.
I think it probably would have been called
But
back.
the fact that he did not, and he clearly waited for a second and a half to see what the call was going to be, and then went down in pain.
Yeah.
Mike Dean's standing right there, sees it happen, sees Neves up, and then look at him, and he's like, "Oh, ow!"
Right.
Mike Dean's going to be like, "Absolutely not." I think a lot of referees would have.
But
done
here's the thing:
there always is a thing.
There's two things. One, this is why a lot of players embellish.
Yes.
Especially for our American viewers who are just like, why are all these players flopping around on the ground and he barely even touched him, or he didn't touch him, and that's a totally valid complaint. But this is why they do that. Because a lot of times if the ref just sees you walking around or running around, they're not going to call anything. So it's not, I don't consider that diving, I consider that embellishing.
Blade.
Yeah.
embellishment.
Oh, yeah. In this case.
Yeah.
But just in general, that's why players do that. Second, I don't really know how to phrase this. There's contact made.
Yeah.
His shin guard goes from on the front of his shin to around to the back of the shin.
Yep.
There's absolutely contact. To me, that looks like a foul. But he doesn't go down. Should that not still be a foul?
Yeah, I think it should.
Just because...
It's because the player doesn't go down and embellish.
Right. Should that still be called back?
I think we got away with one.
Yeah.
And I think most of the footballing community is pretty consistent with their opinions on that as well.
Yeah,
being as it, we got away with
it's
one.
kind of like...
I think Neves kind of screwed himself, and this is the bad part about this is that he has to go down immediately after he feels that contact.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it just looks like you're faking it.
Right.
So that's where he kind of screwed himself.
It's kind of like if a
understand why
tree
he's
falls
mad.
in the woods and nobody's around to hear it,
Doesn't
doesn't
really
make a
fall.
sound.
Yeah.
Obviously it does, but it's just because the foul wasn't called doesn't necessarily mean there wasn't a foul. If you see kind of what I'm getting at.
Absolutely.
That's a kind of a dicey situation, and
I think that
I think it sucks that you kind of have to embellish, but at the same time, if you're Ruben Neves, you don't know necessarily where the ball has just gone, so I can understand wanting to, even if you are hurting and you do want to go down,
you want to make sure there's a chance to win the ball back. You want to get after it. Yeah, absolutely, man.
So, but he just did not do himself any favors.
No.
In the eyes of anyone, I think. by it's just so obvious. Even if he just hadn't looked at Mike Dean and then just took a couple steps and then went down, I think that would be. I could have gotten called back because you can. Especially with adrenaline running and everything, and it kind of takes a second for your brain to register that you hurt like hell.
Yeah.
I think, he just the fact that it's so obvious, he's just
that is
that's pretty awful.
And that is Mike Dean in a freaking nutshell, man.
Yeah,
he's a moody guy, and if you do things like that, I think he's going to take it personal and be like, you're not getting that foul.
And you're going to get that classic Mike Dean
just
face. Come on. Yeah.
And that's what happened. And he scored. And I'm happy because of it.
Oh, yeah.
But
for sure.
Had it been called back, I would feel bad for throwing a hissy fit about that one.
Yeah.
But anyhow.
Yeah.
That's
tough.
that.
It's tough.
Last thing on Man United, Ronaldo's back. He's home. Everyone else is going to hate it.
He's from Portugal. He's not from Manchester.
He's, he was made in Manchester, bro. He's home. The King's home. He's back. I'm super happy. He's super upset, which makes me super happy. It's a good day.
Yeah.
So that's all I have to say. Welcome home, Ronaldo. Glad you're back. Make us proud.
Can't wait for him to flop. Kind of going back to the Liverpool. Kind of going back. I'm asserting myself. I have problems with this sometimes. I'm definitely going back to the Liverpool-Chelsea game because I just remembered it. Speaking of former Manchester United strikers, Lukaku was a no-show.
He was the old Lukaku that we all remember and love.
Yeah, it was just like old times.
He was pretty well marshaled by your center backs.
Yeah, everybody thought Van Dijk, Lukaku is going to be the big thing, and smartly, Lukaku didn't really mess around with Van Dijk.
He was on Matip most of the time.
And dude, Matip handled him.
I gotta say he did.
He especially this one part where they're kind of going for the ball and Matip just kind of bodies him and marshals him off the ball, and his weird lanky Cameroonian self is just like.
It worked.
Oh man. Yeah. So.
Yeah, Lukaku was a bit of a no-show. You love to see that.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially he played for Everton and Man U, and now he plays for Chelsea. He's at the top of my hate list. He's up there at least.
Yeah.
I love him when he plays for Belgium. I have no problems with that.
Yeah.
But dude, ugh.
He's a big old oaf sometimes.
He is.
Yeah, that's about it for Lukaku
and
Chelsea.
Yeah.
They look like one of the teams to beat right now. I think along with Liverpool and City.
Yeah. Honestly, dude.
I'd say United would be
up there
as well. And Spurs,
hey, they are the team to beat right now.
Yeah,
until
that inevitably collapses. Yeah.
So yeah, they're gonna.
It's gonna come crashing down.
It's Spurs. They are going to be Spursy. It is the way.
What if Arsenal get their first win against Spurs?
I will be so happy, and I'm gonna call Mendez up and be and just laugh for probably a good solid 3 minutes straight, as loud as I can into his ear.
He would love it.
No Prem action this weekend, but it's international break, first one of the season. It's dumb.
It's dumb.
Players
are going to have to quarantine. They're going to get injured.
Yeah.
Jadon Sancho apparently has a small injury.
Really?
Yeah.
That's frustrating.
Very much so. So I think they should all be banned.
At least this window actually, or this
there's no need for it right now.
World Cup qualifiers. You don't think teams need to qualify for the World Cup?
Is that what's happening right now?
Yeah. So it's not just international friendlies.
Okay,
those are dumb.
Fine.
It does mean something, but it's still frustrating because it's I was just getting all the momentum of Premier League action,
and now we're gonna have
as
injuries, and we're gonna have COVID cases. And quarantine.
We actually didn't allow 6 of our players.
Yeah. Because of COVID restrictions to specific countries.
Right.
Yeah, Cavani was not allowed to go, by the way.
Yeah, all of our Brazilian players, they weren't allowed.
Yep.
And then I think same thing with Salah as well.
Traveling to, I don't know whether they'd be playing, but...
right, yeah.
But I imagine they train in Egypt.
Pretty sure, yeah. Mane is, I think he got
went out.
Goal for Senegal. I know he's with Senegal at least. But we'll talk about any international fixtures next week.
Yeah, mainly featuring Liverpool and United players.
Right, yeah, I don't...
Or any crazy score runs.
Right, yeah. If there happens to be I don't know, San Marino beating somebody 1-0 or something like that.
That would be huge.
Or Gibraltar winning a game. I don't think that's going to happen. But anyways, also next week we'll be going over any sort of international things that might happen over the week, and we'll also be going over the Champions League draw and looking at all of that stuff and getting excited for the Champions League. So, gently tap that subscribe button. Don't smash it. You might hurt its feelings.
Or break it.
Yeah.
Or it might like it.
I don't want to project anything onto
our subscribe
button's feelings. Maybe it's got a little dark side, a little kinky action. Get kinky with our subscribe button so you can see what we have to say about the Champions League and any
Out.
international action next week.
And our subscribe button too. We talk about it
Oh yeah. No, we talk
on this episode.
I feel like a dog. Why am I doing it?
You want me to do it for you?
No.
Okay.
No. Yeah. No. Okay.
There you go.
Thanks.
Feel better?
So
Right.
that's what's
week's
happening next week.
Fixtures. Not next week.
But this week we're going to be talking about next week's fixtures.
2 weeks.
2 weeks from now. Well, like a week and a half.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pull up the Prem schedule.
Yeah.
First up, we got Crystal Palace Tottenham. Do you think
1-0.
that would be
Palace.
Honestly, I know how you feel about Patrick Vieira, but
That could be his first win.
I would love to see that because he's a ex-Arsenal man, getting one over Tottenham.
He is.
Yeah, I do think Tottenham are going to win though. Or actually, I could see it being a draw.
A draw would be, yeah. Especially with Palace.
It's at Selhurst Park.
Yeah. They fought hard for that 2-2 draw this week.
Yeah.
They're not in the worst form.
No.
That young kid Gallagher, who was on loan from Chelsea, I think, he scored 2 goals.
Yeah. That's
So that's a bit inspiring.
yeah.
Yeah, I probably would tout that for a 1-0 win Tottenham or a draw.
Yeah. I'm in agreement.
Hoping for a draw.
Yeah. I wouldn't be upset if Palace won that though.
Yeah, me neither. Seeing as the Tottenham are top of the table and
Right.
that needs to stop.
I'm not gonna watch it because it's at 7:30.
Yep.
In the morning. Next up, we've got Watford Wolves. I think this could actually be.
Yeah.
It's at Watford though. Where do
I'm
they?
tipping the scales to Watford are in London. I think.
Right, I think they are.
But it's tipping the scales towards Wolves in this one, I think.
Yeah.
Wolves have played really well, and they've played Manchester.
They've had, I think, the
had
hardest first 3 games out of anybody. They had Leicester,
Tottenham, and United.
Yeah, that's a run that nobody wants to play 3 games in a row.
No.
Like
that's rough.
Yeah.
Arsenal have had it bad too. They played Chelsea and then City
but they started with
Brentford. I think Brentford's unbeaten, man.
Fair point.
Yes.
Yeah, I got Wolves taking that. I think they're finally, if they play anything like they've played in the first month of action, I think they've got that.
I think so too.
Let's see. Next up, we got Brentford and Brighton.
That actually might be a pretty compelling game.
Should be a pretty good game.
Brentford are unbeaten. Brighton are also doing well. I think they lost. But I think they won 2 games as well.
Yeah, I think so.
Which puts them on 6 points.
Yeah, Brighton. Yeah, okay, yeah. Brighton won 2, lost 1.
Okay. Brentford had won 1 and drawn 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to see Brentford win this game.
I would love to see that.
I think this is a good game for Brentford to win. I think they should take advantage of playing teams like Brighton.
Yeah, and they're also going to be at home.
Yeah, I think they'll take it.
Yeah, I have that for.
I haven't seen it by 2 goals, maybe.
Yeah.
I can see that happening.
I would love to see that.
Brentford are in the move.
Got Arsenal and Norwich next up.
Bottom of the table.
A clash of 19th
Something
and
is going to
20th.
happen. Somebody's either going to, or no one's going to score, but someone will get points.
I feel
That's
like
guaranteed.
I feel like
Arsenal have to win this.
if they don't, man,
If they can't beat Norwich City and score goals,
it's like they've had a rough.
the roughest start to any Premier League campaign that they've ever done.
They don't deserve to be considered as a top 6 side. I don't think in general, but especially if you can't beat Norwich and especially if they don't even
scored a
goal.
goal. They haven't scored a goal in the month of football. Not one.
Not a single goal. I do feel like they're gonna come good, but I could also see it going about like that. So I do think Arsenal are gonna win.
I do too. I think it might be a pretty cagey affair.
Yeah. Well, is Aubameyang back from?
I'm not sure.
What was it? COVID or injury?
Injury, I want to say.
I don't remember because they were without Lacazette and Aubameyang for the first couple matches, I think.
Yeah, they played some FA Cup game.
Yeah.
And spanked some random West Brom.
That's right. Yeah.
And Aubameyang scored a hat trick. So
Yeah.
I mean, Scored some goals.
Yeah, just
but
not in the Prem.
Not the Prem, where it matters.
Yeah, so I do have Arsenal taking that. I
do too.
I really hope they don't. Next up, we got Man U and Newcastle.
Yeah. I feel like we should take that
Yeah, I think
relatively
you
easily.
guys are gonna win, especially because like
I don't think Newcastle are too.
is little Ronnie, is he gonna be available for selection?
He will.
In that match. Okay.
He will. We're at home.
Yeah.
This is going to be the return of Ronaldo. Whether or not he starts, I honestly don't see any reason why he shouldn't.
Yeah.
Because we don't. Cavani has been returning to fitness. Martial
Rashford's
is
still out.
out of form. Greenwood has been fantastic.
Yeah, but he's not a striker.
Up top.
I mean,
it's where he wants to be. It's where he's developed.
That's fair.
Been developing to play.
That's
I think he'll end up at that spot.
Yeah,
However,
but,
Cristiano
he's
Ronaldo
usually
comes into the team, and I'm pretty sure he's going to start up top.
Yeah.
I would imagine Sancho on the left, Greenwood on the right.
Dude,
with
y'all
Ronaldo
need to
up top.
start putting Sancho on the left.
Stop.
Start. I'm so sad that he's picked up a little knock.
It sucks.
I hate the fact that he plays for Man U, but I love that player.
Yeah. Oh, me too, man. I'm excited for him. I think when Rashford comes back, what we're gonna end up doing, as fortunate as it sounds, is Greenwood will probably be dropped because Ronaldo's gonna be up front.
Yeah.
That's a given. When Rashford comes back to full fitness, he'll be playing off the left, and then Sancho and Greenwood will probably be, interchanging on the right.
Yeah.
That being said, I don't think Greenwood is going to starve for playing time.
I don't think so, especially because, it's weird to say this about an English player, but he has to get bedded into the Prem again. Like, he never
Greenwood?
really... No, Sancho.
Oh, Sancho. Yeah. He does.
He never really played
He
for
played at City for a little while, but...
Yeah, I don't think he ever had any Prem action there.
He,
Not any significant, at least.
he needs to get used to it, and it showed against Wolves.
Yeah.
He did not have a very good game.
No.
He was fine in possession. He was, I think he had like a 5 or a 6 rating.
Yeah.
Which he was just very average and kind of just there. So he'll grow in confidence. He'll come into the team.
Yeah, I think
he's going to
honestly
be very
for now,
good.
dude, Greenwood stick. If it ain't broke,
absolutely.
If it ain't broke, man, don't fix
3
it.
and 3.
Can't argue with that. Next up, we've got Southampton, West Hampton, and Southam. Southampton, West Ham. West Ham take it, I think.
Yeah, I think West Ham continue. They drew against. I thought it was Southampton. Crystal Palace.
Yeah,
They drew against Crystal Palace. So I think Southampton will probably end up taking the L on that one.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest.
Yeah,
West Ham are looking good.
They look good, man. I'll be interested to see how they do once they start coping with the Carabao Cup
and European football.
And FA Cup doesn't start till later.
Oh, sure.
But like Europa League, once that gets started up, once Carabao Cup gets going, I'll be interested to see if they have the depth and the quality to rotate and keep this form going in the Prem.
I will too.
My suspicion is that they don't, but
that's reasonable.
For now, West Ham over Southampton.
Pablo Fernandez.
Hey, all right. Ooh, we got Leicester, Man City.
Ooh, boy, I would like to see Leicester take this 1-0. I'd like to see City lose. I would love it. And I think it could happen, man.
I think it could. I mean, it's at the King Power.
Okay.
So, home advantage for Leicester.
Here's what I think is going to happen. I think City are going to win.
Yeah.
What I would like to happen is just have one of those rando dando Jamie Vardy goals, and then City can't score.
Yeah, let's have a Vardy party.
Yep. What you take?
I think if City play like they have the last 2 weeks, there's no stopping them. However, I think on their day, Leicester can beat anyone, and I just hope it's this day.
I do too. Yeah.
I think it's just so strange that Man City lost their first match of the season. And
it is.
Nobody expected it, and so I know there's a bit of frailty there.
No, yes.
Do I think it's gonna happen? No, I think City have it. Well, Man City, they're Leicester City, Man City. Yeah. I think Man City. Whoo! I think Man City have this game. I think they win.
Yeah.
Chelsea, Aston Villa. Chelsea.
Yeah, Chelsea, but I'd love to see Villa steal that one.
Yeah, I think.
Even just a point.
Yeah, I could. Honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a draw.
Yeah.
I'm.
Right. We'll call it a draw.
Right.
All right, we'll call it a draw.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that too. A draw.
I think. I think that's a reasonable outcome.
If it's gonna be a draw, I think it's gonna be something like 2-2.
Yeah, it's not going to be a scoreless draw. Next up, we got Leeds, Liverpool.
Leeds and Liverpool.
That should be a feisty game.
It should be a feisty game.
We opened the season against them last year, and it was 4-3.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, you guys have pretty similar styles. The Bielsa ball and Klopp ball are very similar in the way that they defend and press.
Yeah, Liverpool has become a bit more pragmatic in the last couple seasons.
They have.
But yeah, no, Leeds, they remind me of me. No, they remind me of Liverpool in like the first year that Salah came in, just
all out relentless
all
press,
out,
no matter what.
Yeah,
the
like
whole game
until the last whistle.
Yep.
So I think they're going to put up a fight. I think Liverpool have the quality to overcome it, though.
I agree. I could see you guys taking that by two.
There's too much fire in Liverpool, and that's something that's been good to see this season.
You guys look good.
As opposed to last season, where it just looked like our players were just tired of it.
Well, I mean, that kind of were.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. So I have Liverpool by 2.
I think Liverpool by 1 or 2. What do we got? Ooh, Everton are the next team scheduled to get the crap kicked out of them by Burnley.
Yep. And whether or not Burnley win, lose, or draw, they are going to kick the crap out of Everton.
They are. I could see this one being difficult for Everton.
I think this might actually be kind of a first real test.
Yep.
I mean, obviously every game's a test, whatever.
Yeah.
But just to
Burnley
see how they cope with the onslaught that Burnley are
the physical onslaught
sure to bring.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that one would probably be a draw.
Yeah, I think that's best case scenario for me personally because it's like I don't want Everton to get any points ever, but also, dude, I just hate Burnley.
I do not like Burnley.
I hate Burnley. So they anger me, which is probably their game plan. And probably why they do that. But it's just such it
sucks.
It feels
like a personal attack.
Right. Yeah.
They're just like brutes. They're just a bunch of brutes.
So, I think prediction though, I could see a good 1-1 draw.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
could be a late smash and grab by Everton.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm thinking 2-1 Everton.
Okay, cool. Anything else to talk about today, my good sir?
You're gonna say lover.
I was gonna say lad.
Same thing.
Love a lad.
Love a lad. I am love a lad. That's lad lover.
Been getting into any? How's your how you been, man? Like you've
I've been.
Anything
Yeah,
cool
I've seen some
talk
stuff.
About? Cool.
Oh man, just the last week and a half has been completely nonstop going for me.
Yeah.
Today it was rainy. I didn't have any appointments booked. Didn't have any traveling to do. I went to Asheville this past weekend to see the family, which was nice, but I left on Friday, and then Friday morning I had an appointment to get up on a roof and do that whole shebang. And then I carpooled with my sister and her boyfriend, they live in Chapel Hill.
Right.
And then on the way down, I was just getting bombarded with calls and emails and texts from customers and coworkers, and this was something I put on my schedule. It was like, hey, I'm gonna be gone, leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah.
And I was not left the fuck alone.
Yeah.
So, but I kind of made it clear to everybody who's bombarding me on Friday through blatant ignoring them.
Yeah.
And I was like, I will be back on Monday,
do not disturb.
and you can bother me then.
Yeah.
But once I got up there, man, the cool mountain air. We grilled out some steaks on Saturday night. Got to hang out with the family. We always play card games and dominoes. Odin loved it. It's 10, 15 degrees cooler up there, and my mom has land, so
that's
frolicking little boy.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
It was solid. The driving was a lot, especially because the day beforehand I drove like almost 300 miles for work, and then just turned around. Yeah, and then drove up to Asheville and back. But it's okay.
Yeah.
And then, came back and immediately had to go to a meeting, get back to work.
No.
So today's been kind of nice. I went out to lunch.
Yeah.
And at our old stomping grounds, actually. Went to Tupelo.
Really?
I did.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I saw no one I knew, which was fantastic.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Man, pretty... Not gonna lie, not great.
No?
Yeah.
What's going on, buddy?
It's,
You need a hand job? Sorry.
Always. But, some... Just life, man. Also, dude, I put in 42 hours of work this past weekend between Thursday and Saturday.
Just because it always feels good to get a pat on the back.
Oh,
for the shit
yeah.
you do,
Oh,
man.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
I appreciate
and,
you.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, and I know you went up to Greensboro.
Yeah, that's where I was doing all the work. And it was like an 18-hour day on Saturday, following 2 12-hour days. I got paid, which is great.
Yeah, but that is long.
Dude, that was
That is
long. So
long
I'm
work.
just kind of been taking the past couple days to recuperate.
Yeah.
And also, in the last 2 days, something fantastic that I've been getting into is Ted Lasso.
Ah!
I watched the entire first season. I stayed up till like 4 o'clock in the morning, watched the entire first season in one sitting. And then the next day, I watched the 6 episodes that are out so far for season 2. And I think the 7th episode comes out today's September 1st.
Oh, it is!
We missed the train to Hogwarts!
Crap!
All right, we gotta go.
To Hogwarts?
Yeah.
Are you 7 years old?
I'm 11. Thank you very much.
Oh, good.
Yeah. But no. You ever tried to breathe in your spit? I don't recommend it.
Yeah, I tried to all the time. Just tried to kill him.
But yeah, no, Ted Lasso. It's just so heartwarming.
It is
man.
so
It's
genuine,
such-
so heartwarming.
I
Football is life!
Football is life, but football is also death.
Gosh,
dude,
man. If you guys have not seen Ted Lasso, stop what you're doing.
It's on.
Go watch it on the internet.
Yeah,
somehow,
it's-
wherever you want to do it.
know,
Get Apple
we're
TV.
not
It's
gonna
worth
tell
it.
you what to do, but
Oh my gosh!
it's so genuinely. I love it.
Yeah, you
I
just feel
love
good.
It. It's a feel good show. It's like we've mentioned this before, but Sunderland Till I Die. It's like Sunderland Till I Die and Community had a beautiful baby.
Yes, perfectly.
It's
perfectly well put.
It's a refreshing show to just kind of like. It's got some pretty serious moments,
man,
especially.
tugs at your heartstrings a little bit.
Oh my god, dude!
But
Especially in the
it's
second season, because you haven't started the second
No.
season yet, right? Yeah. Yeah. No, there's it's just so nice.
So good. It's filled with positivity.
Yeah.
It's filled with good feelings.
Yeah.
Tugs in your heartstrings.
Yeah.
It's about football, and it's Jason Sudeikis
And
as Ted
he's
Lasso.
Yeah, it's just fantastic. Like the whole premise of it, I love. I know why I didn't start watching it. It's because I thought you had to have an Apple TV to subscribe to Apple TV Plus.
Yeah. No.
No,
You can just do it.
Yeah, through like
willy-nilly.
Roku or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But it's honestly, it would be worth getting Apple TV just to watch Ted
Yeah.
Lasso and then cancel your subscription.
Yeah, no, that's pretty much what I've planned on doing. Thank you for recording. Thank you for watching. It's getting kind of dark. Let's go get some food. And
That sounds great.
yeah, we'll see y'all next week for a quick little Champions League roundup, international transfer episode special.
Update special.
Yeah.
It was probably
yeah?
gonna be shorter.
Hi, buddy. Come here. Come here. You want to come here?
What?
Come on. It's your time to shine, buddy. Come on. Come on.
Come on. Okay, try this. Come here.
All right. Bye.
Goodbye.